I'm Laurel Fetterbush. What if everyone believed something and everyone was wrong? Everyone used to believe that the earth was flat. The Bible describes a flat earth, as does the Quran. The ancient Egyptians believed that the earth was flat. The ancient Chinese believed it as well. So did the Mayans. They believed that the earth was flat like a pancake, not round like a ball. They believed that the sun, moon, planets, and stars were relatively small objects, not that far away, that circled above the earth every day. Pretty silly, right? We all know that the earth is round. And there's like a ton of evidence to prove that it's round. I mean, look at it. Well, that's not very helpful. It looks flat. But ships disappear over the curve of the earth once they reach the horizon, right? Actually, they don't. They just seem to. If you look through a telescope, you can still see the whole ship. But this would really prove it if people building canals that extend a long ways had to allow for the curvature of the earth. But they don't. The people building canals treat the earth as being flat. But the earth really is round, and we know this because you can see the shadow of the earth on the moon during lunar eclipses. The shadow is round, so the earth must be round too. And we know that it's the earth's shadow that we're seeing because, well, the ancient Greek philosophers just guessed that it was. So, if they guessed wrong, and the shadow belonged to some other object instead, something floating around out there between the sun and the moon, then the shape of the shadow wouldn't tell us anything about the shape of the earth. So maybe that doesn't really prove anything. But we do know that the earth is round because of gravity. As the philosopher Aristotle observed 2,000 years ago, if the earth were flat, it would collapse onto itself. Just like my kitchen table is flat, but it hasn't collapsed onto itself. Maybe I better not lean on it too hard. Anyway, Aristotle had a perfect understanding of gravity. In fact, he was the one who discovered that the heavier an object is, the faster it falls. Wait, that's not how it works. Heavy and light objects fall at the same rate of speed. Okay, maybe Aristotle didn't know everything about gravity, but we also have Sir Isaac Newton. He said that because gravity works the same way everywhere, that shows that the earth is round, which makes sense. Because if we were on a giant spinning ball, we would expect all of the laws of nature to behave exactly the same way, whether we were at the equator, spinning faster than the speed of sound, or at the North Pole, spinning much, much slower. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. We'd probably expect that the laws of nature, including gravity, would behave very differently depending on your location on the spinning ball. Let's see, you look up at the sky and you see that the sun and the moon are round, so the earth must be round too. But sometimes you look up in the sky and see the Goodyear blimp, which doesn't really prove that the earth is shaped like a blimp. Okay, here's a good proof. We know that the earth is round because of the stars. What do I mean by that? Well, just go to a planetarium and you'll see exactly what I mean. Planetariums do an amazing job of simulating the motions of the stars, so you'll see why the stars couldn't possibly appear to move the way they do if the earth were flat. But of course, when you're in the planetarium, you'll actually be sitting on a flat surface, so maybe that isn't really a very good proof after all. But the earth has to be round because you can travel around it and end up in the same place. There's no way you could do that if the earth were flat. But my mom and I live on a circular court, and we walk around the circle several times every night. And somehow, even though we're walking on a flat surface, we always end up in the same place. But even if none of these things proves very much, we still know that the earth is round because we have the pictures from NASA. We've all seen the images of a round earth on our TV screens. Now, you may not be able to trust your eyes when you go outside and see that the earth looks flat, but you can certainly trust what you see on television. I mean, there's no way that NASA could fake those images of a round earth. You couldn't fake them. Like, do you realize how intelligent you'd have to be able to do that? You'd have to be like a rocket scientist. Rocket scientists, NASA. Let's face it, the earth is round. Everyone knows that. What if everyone is wrong?
Привет! My name is Snezhana Knysh. I am a member of Russian church in Arbor, which called St. Vladimir's, and we're here to welcome you to our second annual festival in Ann Arbor. And before you come and join us on October 4th and 5th, we want you to know at least one word in Russian, which is privyet. It means hello.
And hello, my name is Father Gregory Joyce. I'm the priest at St. Vladimir Orthodox Church here in Ann Arbor.
And Father Gregory, maybe you can say hello and privyet in Russian.
Like privet?
Try one more. Privyet.
Privyet.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I've got my word learned, and I think I'm ready to go to the festival.
Yes, you are.
What are people going to find at the festival?
We're going to have Russian food at the festival. We're going to have traditional sweets. We're also going to have vodka infusion tasting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we hope that you guys are joining us, and we'll try some Russian food.
Excellent. The festival's October 4th and 5th. We're going to have more than just food, though. We're going to have a lot of entertainment, and interesting entertainment as well. We have a great group called Moscow Nights who will be performing. We're going to have ethnic dancing, Ukrainian dancing, Russian dancing. People from our parish will be dancing. They'll be singing. It's going to be a lot of fun and really a lot of great entertainment. But there's even more. What else do we have?
Yeah, we're going to have Kids Corner. It's going to be a petting zoo. It's going to be bounce house. We're also going to have a puppet show, and puppeteer will be performing some folk tales. So for kids going to have a lot of fun, while adults will watch some entertainment.
That sounds great. You know, and we also have something really interesting which people have not very much been exposed to in North America, and that is our Russian Orthodox faith, or the Orthodox faith, because it's not just a faith of Russians, it's a faith of many, many people, Greeks and Serbians and Romanians and so on and so forth. We're going to have church tours, and I think that, well, at least last year, that was really popular. A lot of people wanted to come to the church tours, and they had a lot of great questions. So we look forward to that. But this year, we're merging together our church tours and our choir performance. And I think that's going to be very interesting, too, because our choir does not sing using instruments. It's all a cappella. And for those of you who are real aficionados of Russian Orthodox choral music, on Sunday at 1 p.m., the first church tour of that day, the choir will be singing using Znameni chant. And we're also going to have bell ringing exhibitions. Our young ladies in the parish have won the diocesan bell ringing championship the last couple of years. So they're also going to be ringing. You're going to have an opportunity to have excellent food, great entertainment, but also, if you'd like to learn more about the Orthodox faith.
And this is actually very, very interesting to go into the church and to see the icons and hear about church, to have a church tour. And we're also going to have an art gallery. We're also going to have some Russian souvenirs. So this is very exciting for you to come and see it.
You know, one thing that people need to be aware of, especially if they came last year, is that our parking is off-site. We just don't have sufficient parking to hold all the cars, but we've got it all covered. If you go to our website, AnnArborRussianFestival.org, you will find there the addresses where you will park. We pick you up in a bus, we bring you to the church. It's a very short drive, and we've got 2 buses to take care of you, and even a little minivan that drives around to pick up stragglers if we can't quite get everyone. So it's a really great opportunity, but please look at the website to find out where to park.
And you're probably wondering about the situation in Ukraine right now, and maybe Father Gregory, if you can say something more about it.
Very briefly, I think it's important for us to have this festival this year, especially so that we can show the brotherhood between Ukrainians, Russians, Belarusians, and also all kinds of people that we have in our parish. We have people from Russia, from Ukraine, we have people from Asia, we have people who grew up, whose family came from near China, and we even have people whose family were Germans who were living in Russia at one time. We have a very diverse parish, and we want you to see that diversity and love that can be all together no matter where we're from.
That's great, Father Gregory. We really hope to see all of you here. Just Google Ann Arbor Russian Festival, and you get a lot more information and all the details on that website.
Please join us October 4th and 5th at the Russian Festival.
Thank you.
Greetings from the Down Syndrome Support Team. My name is Emily Campbell, and I'm representing the Down Syndrome Support Team in celebration of my son Teddy. First, I would like to share some information regarding Down syndrome. Individuals with Down syndrome have 3 rather than 2 copies of the 21st chromosome. The additional genetic material alters the course of development and causes the characteristics associated with Down syndrome. 1 in every 691 babies is born with Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome experience cognitive delays, but each person possesses many strengths and talents. Individuals with Down syndrome attend school, find work, participate in decisions affecting them, and contribute to society in many wonderful ways. In fact, there are more than 400,000 people living with Down syndrome in the United States. Quality educational programs, a stimulating home environment, good health care, and positive support from family, friends, and the community enable people with Down syndrome to develop to their full potential and lead fulfilling lives. On September 28th, Sunday, September 28th, we will celebrate persons with Down syndrome at our 10th annual Buddy Walk. This event raises awareness and funds to support local programs and services for individuals with Down syndrome and their families. A few of our programs include enrichment classes, therapy such as speech and language and music therapy, family meetings with guest speakers, providing resource packets to local hospitals for new families, purchasing books and materials for our lending library, and supporting continued research. This year, we expect over 500 people to participate in the 1 mile walk at Gallup Park. Registration begins at 1:30 and the walk starts at 3 p.m. The Buddy Walk is a 1 mile walk in which anyone can participate without special training. The event celebrates the many abilities and accomplishments of people with Down syndrome. The day's activities include the 1 mile Buddy Walk followed by refreshments, like pizza donated by Ann Arbor's own Pizza House. We also have children's activities, a raffle, and silent auction. Many creative raffle baskets are donated, and participants may purchase tickets to win the themed baskets like coffee, tea, sports, and candles. The silent auction also brings in items for competitive friendly bidding. Some of the items include restaurant gift cards, movie and car wash passes, rounds of golf, and much more. Registration is safe, convenient, and easy. Online registration is at www.firstgiving.com/DSST/BuddyWalk2014. You can also register on the day of the Buddy Walk. Many community sponsors make this event possible. Their generosity allows us to fulfill our mission to raise awareness and acceptance of persons with Down syndrome. We hope to see you on September 28th at Gallup Park beginning at 1:30 p.m. Please join us along with our family and all of our buddies.
Hi, I'm Kathy Garusso, DC, a local chiropractor here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and today I'll be talking to you about chiropractic and the spine. Chiropractic is preventative health care, proactive before something goes wrong. Chiropractic health care. Before, fix it. Neck pain, back pain, leg pain, low back pain. Chiropractic health care. Chiropractic health care is preventive health care. It's free of drugs, no surgeries. How do we treat your spine? We treat it preventatively through helpful means. Let's cover some anatomy first. Each of us has our own brains, our own very important brains, housed by the bony structures of the spine, the skull, the extension of our brain's spinal cord, and the extension of our brain's spinal cord nervous systems. These yellow rubber things on this model spine represent nerves. Nerves provide us with what? What do nerves provide us with? Sensation, touch, temperature, pressure, in addition to pleasure or pain. Symptoms are bad. Symptoms are negative. It's the way that the body has telling us that something's wrong. Raise your hand if you use your body every day. I use my body every day. Raise your hand if you use your body every day. Exactly. How many of us get our spines checked, let alone treated preventatively through chiropractic health care? How many of us dance? Raise your hand if you dance, or you ski, or you go for a walk around the block, or you're slightly stooping, lifting your kids, bending, twisting. How many of you had to snow shovel this past winter? Wow, that was a lot of snow. Raise your hand if you dance, right? Contra dancing, a lot of us have fun with that. Or swim, or hike. Twyla Tharp, in her book, the creative habit, refers to, in a creative work, a spine is a key point, a central point, a backbone of a creative work. That's an analogy. The spine is a key point, the backbone, and a central point for our bodies. So we want to keep our bodies healthy, preventatively, proactively, not until, oh, now something's wrong, we got to go get it fixed. Most of us have 7 neck bones known as cervical vertebrae and 12 upper back bones, mid back bones, and lower mid back bones known as thoracic vertebrae. 5 low back bones known as lumbar vertebrae, and the large triangular bone at the base of the spine, sacrum, then the tailbone coccyx below that. All of us sit on our ischium, and then our ilium, ischium, and front of the spine comes together in the pubes, forming the pelvis. In between 2 adjacent bones of the spine, known as vertebrae, is an intervertebral disc. And that allows for proper spacings of the joints, as well as preventatively preventing grinding of the 2 bones on top of each other. Proper placement of the spine, proper curves of the spine can lead to proper nerve transmission. Proper nerve transmission, what does that mean? Proper sensations of the body. If you have pain in your muscles, it's just my muscles, Doc. It's just my muscles. Well, the muscles do not have components in them for innervation of sensation, pressure, and temperature. That would be your nervous system and your nerves. So get your spine checked. Make sure you check with your health insurance. Most health insurances cover chiropractic health care. Check your pre-existing provisions and limitations, and I'm sure your chiropractor would be happy to talk to you about how you can take care of yourself free of drugs, free of surgeries for your spine, neuromuscular health care. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to look me up and give me a call anytime.
Hi, I'm Mark Abelov. I'm a therapist with the Dawn Farm Downtown Residential Treatment Program for people with alcohol and other drug addictions. I'm also the coordinator of the Dawn Farm Education Series. I'm here to let you know about the Dawn Farm Education Series. The Education Series is a free community education program now in its 24th year. The series provides helpful, hopeful, practical, current information on addiction, recovery, family concerns, and a variety of related topics. Presentations are scheduled on the last 2 or 3 Tuesday evenings of the month, from September through June. The programs are designed to have broad appeal and for anyone who is interested for any reason, personal or professional. We welcome your attendance. The education series will kick off on Tuesday, September 16th with Addiction 101, a perennial favorite presented by Jim Ballmer, Dawn Farm's president. This presentation will help answer questions about the differences between addiction and substance abuse, what causes addiction, and how long-term recovery from addiction can be attained. This program will be followed on September 23rd by a new program, Opiates in Medicine. Where Are We, America? By Dr. Jeffrey Berger, Medical Director of Brighton Center for Recovery. Non-medical use of opiates has been called an epidemic by CDC Director Thomas Frieden and an urgent public health crisis by U.S. Attorney General Holder. This presentation will explore the factors that are driving the rising prevalence of opiate addiction. On September 30th, Dr. Lynn Malinoff will talk about chemical dependency in the family. Dr. Lynn will discuss the roles and behaviors that family members often acquire when living with addiction, and how family members can obtain help for themselves to cope with addiction in the family. On October 21st, we'll have a new program on addiction recovery management by Dr. Kevin McCauley, a nationally recognized leader in the field of addiction treatment. Dr. McCauley will discuss the elements of an effective recovery management program, including examples with proven efficacy. There will be a reception preceding this presentation from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. with light food, beverages, and the opportunity to meet and socialize with Dr. McCauley. This will be followed on October 28th by Cultivating Mindfulness to Support Recovery by Dr. Libby Robinson, a local expert on spirituality, mindfulness practices, and recovery from substance use and mental health disorders. Dr. Libby will also present a new program in March on recovery and spiritual change. Additional programs in this year's series will address trauma, grief and loss, suicide prevention, collegiate recovery programs, the physiology of addiction, co-occurring substance use and mental health disorders, healthcare for people with addictions, 12-step recovery programs, domestic violence, family concerns and family recovery, tobacco cessation, relapse prevention, and more. We're also pleased to welcome back Jeff and Deborah J., best-selling authors of Love First, A Family's Guide for Intervention. Jeff and Deborah will join us in April to reprise their very popular presentation on intervention, which provides applicable ideas, help, and hope for anyone who cares about a person with addiction or who wants to learn more about the intervention process from people who literally wrote the book on intervention. Education series programs are presented by Dawn Farm staff, physicians, social workers, university professors, and other experts. All programs will be held from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the St. Joseph Mercy Hospital Education Center at 5305 Elliott Drive in Ypsilanti. No registration or sign-up is required, and it's very friendly and informal. Anyone with a personal or professional interest in the topics is welcome to attend. Free continuing education credit is provided for addiction professionals, and a certificate to document attendance is provided on request. Dawn Farm is a nonprofit organization providing a continuum of quality addiction treatment and recovery support services, including our Spera Detox Recovery Center, 2 residential treatment programs, outpatient treatment, treatment for adolescents and their families, jail and community outreach, and education and transitional housing. Dawn Farm programs meet people with alcohol and other drug addictions where they are, whether it's in the mainstream of society, on the street, in the shelter, or in jail. Dawn Farm's mission is to assist addicts and alcoholics in achieving long-term recovery. Dawn Farm will identify and remove barriers that prevent addicts and alcoholics from joining the recovery community. We treat people with hope, competence, and compassion, with the belief that recovery is possible, regardless of the amount or type of drugs used, or how difficult or hopeless a situation may seem. The Dawn Farm Education Series is designed to reduce the misinformation, shame, and stigma that prevent chemically dependent individuals and their families from getting help and getting well. This year marks Dawn Farm's 41st anniversary and our 24th year of providing a free community education series. For additional information, please see Dawn Farm's website at www.dawnfarm.org or contact Dawn Farm at 734-485-8725. We hope to see you at the education series. And if you or someone you know may need help for an alcohol or other drug problem, please do not hesitate to contact Dawn Farm. Help, hope, healing, and recovery are available. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kathy Garusso, Sierra Club Outings Chair, and I'm going to be talking to you today about some outings coming up. And we have some wonderful outings coming up. This would be a good time to grab a pen and some paper and jot some notes down. Sierra Club is explore, enjoy, and protect the planet. And we have some wonderful get outside in the fresh air camaraderie hikes. September 7th, Scioto Woods Preserve hike. That's a hike amongst about 91 acres of preserve here in the Ann Arbor area. Oh, it's amongst oak and hickory woodlands. There's a stream that runs through it. It's very nice, very pleasant, moderately paced hike. We meet September 7th on Sunday at about 11:30 in the morning at Scioto Woods Preserve Trailhead. Now, where's Scioto Woods Preserve? It's located 1 mile west of Wagner Road and Scioto Church Road. So 1 mile west, Wagner Road, Scioto Church Road. Now, finishes up at about 1 p.m. And bring your own water and dress for the weather at any hike. Bring your own water and dress for the weather. September 14th, Sunday, we have a hike, West Lake Preserve hike, and that's amongst 217 acres. It's rolling hills and grasslands and flowers and fresh air and a view of West Lake that's beautiful. It's about 2.2 miles, and we meet at 3039 Stone School Road, Stone School and Eisenhower in Ann Arbor to carpool at 11. And then we drive over to West Lake, which is actually north of Chelsea. So we'd be driving west of Ann Arbor, north of Chelsea, to West Lake Preserve for the hike at 11:30. Finishes up at about 1, and we drive back. October 12th, Marsh View Meadows Park, and that's amongst the Pittsfield Preserves, and that's hiking amongst 54 acres of beautiful woodlands, hills, and some wonderful spots within there. And October 19th, Sunday at 1 p.m., we have a Scioto Woods Preserve hike again for any of you that have missed it on the September 7th hike. You can come join us October 19th at 1 p.m. at Scioto Woods Preserve hike, about 3 miles again. Dress for the weather. Come meet us at the monthly meeting. We meet most every Tuesday, third Tuesday of every month. We have free The Lookout newsletters for everybody who comes. It's open to the general public. You don't have to be a member. The free newsletters that we have can help you and hook you up through other areas. We do have, Sierra Club is throughout the state of Michigan, and I do the outings chair. If you have any questions, my number is on the screen and in the back of the our newsletter, The Lookout, and is also available at within the Mackinac newsletter as well. And you can pick those up again free at the general meetings, which is every month, mostly every third Tuesday of every month at 7:30 to 9 p.m. And that information will be on the screen. We have our social media links, and you can log on to those for the updated outings and any other information that you may desire about conservation or political connections. If you have any questions, just feel free to contact me.